Right, hello again. I had a couple of requests recently to do a country streak and to do diverse world no moving, so I guess they're kind of the same thing in a way. So I'm going to try and guess as many countries in a row as I can without moving. So this is number 1, and let's have a look. I think it's Jordan. But is there anything I can use to work out exactly where? Probably something here if I could read it, but I can't really. Something there as well. It seems pretty big. I mean, most of the cities in Jordan aren't that huge. So I think I'll go for Amman. So we're kind of overlooking from the southeast. Maybe on a road like this. But it seems like below us is kind of empty. Could even be further out here maybe, but yeah, I'll go for that. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Well, it was Amman, but the bit we were looking at was kind of the sprawl rather than the centre of town. So it is pretty big, isn't it? But compared to most, like some of the other places you see in Jordan on Geoguessr, like Jerash, Madaba, Kerak, they're much smaller really. So Amman made sense. So that's one country out of 1. Now this one is it's a tough one. The truck is making me think of, I don't know, the truck made me think, oh, this must be South America, but I'm having my doubts about that. It's either South America or Bhutan, I think, because of the kind of green, massive mountains. There aren't that many places that have that kind of look. So let's think that. Now that building to me looks far more likely to be in Asia than in South America. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Bhutan. Let's go somewhere like that. Yep. So that's 2 out of 2. Right, now number 3. And we have got, right, that's French. So, hang on a sec, let me just think. Let me think about this. Now that architecture and the palm trees combined with the French make me think that it could actually be Senegal, and then look at those signs as well. Can I see what they say? Not, that says Sacré-Cœur. Let me have a look. I'm going to look at Dakar. Sacré-Cœur, there we go. So I think we've solved it. This looks like the main road, which could even be this. Is the angle of it right? Whoops. I think it is. So let's just go for that. Okay, well, wrong road, but right city, right country, so that's 3 out of 3. Let's move on, and this one, ooh, now that's quite tough. Extremely red soil. Clearly southern hemisphere. Now then, I'm looking in this part of the world, which could be wrong. I'm going to go for Swaziland without overthinking it. Yeah. It's one of those ones that I can't really explain, but I just had to kind of bite the bullet and go with my gut rather than overthinking it, because I think if I'd overthought it, I'd have probably talked myself out of it. So I can't really explain exactly why that felt right, but it kind of did. You see that reddish soil around there sometimes, so... Right, now number 5. This one's key. Now, okay. I'm pretty sure I know which country that is, so even before looking at the plates there, I saw Straat, but I thought this architecture is more... It's got more of a French feel to it than you get in the Netherlands, so Belgium would feel right. And then the plates were the kind of final piece of the puzzle, because Netherlands has yellow number plates. But I don't think they were... I think if they hadn't been there, I'd have still gone for Belgium, because you don't get that kind of architecture. That's much more French. So yeah, Belgium it is. Hopefully for number 5. Yep. Oh wow, that's a no moving 24K as well, which is pretty rare. That's pretty good. So yeah, let's try and carry on the streak then. So that's 5, which is not bad. Let's hope I can get 10, but I'm sure I'm going to trip up on the next one. Let's see. Pretty tough. Russia seems like the obvious one. Vaguely thought of Ukraine, but it feels too northern, probably. Again, I don't really want to overthink it, or I'll make myself change my mind too many times. So I'm going to go for Russia, I think, and I'm going to go somewhere up there. Come on, please be right. Oh, wow. That shows how wrong I can be in Russia sometimes. I should have thought of that, really. It had a feel to it. There's something about the... there's something about the greens of the trees. I don't know what it is, but there's something quite wild about them. And yeah, that's not quite... Now I think about it, that's not quite the scene you see around Finland and that part of Russia. So... makes sense now. Easy for me to say afterwards, of course, but I need to kind of remember to consider this part of Russia when I see those landscapes, because I always consider this to be kind of a bit more mountainous and maybe less forested, because you have bits really not far from here that have these kind of moss green mountains without too many trees, so I never considered that. But anyway, we've got the country right, so that's the main thing. So we're on 6 and we're about to be on 7, because this is Iceland. Just look at that volcanic volcanic landscape, those mountains, and we're near the west coast, I think. So let's, unless we're kind of on one of these, but I think I'll stick with west coast. The land does seem to stick out a bit over there, so it's hard to tell how far away that is. Maybe I'll just go here. Oh my god. That's insane. In a way that's massively lucky, but in a way it's not, because along the west coast it kind of seemed to be the bit that fit best. And as soon as I saw these clearly quite distinctively shaped mountains, I thought, actually, you know what, that could be it, and it was it. So we're looking good at the moment. We've got 7. Now this one is going to be very, very tough. I have an idea. I wanted to go somewhere like France first, when I first saw it, or maybe kind of Slovakia, Hungary, somewhere like that. But I've got a nagging feeling that we might be in Ukraine. And again, it's one of those ones I can't quite explain. That building though is not... Oh man, I'm going to psych myself out of this, and I'm going to make myself go for the wrong one. The buildings don't seem right for Ukraine. I never pick Ukraine based on landscape. It's so rare, because there are other places that look like it that kind of occur to me first, but this time for some reason I'm tempted to do it. But I'm not confident enough, and the buildings are throwing me off. I honestly can't think what to do here. You know what? I'm not going to go for either. I'm going to go for Slovakia. Could be Czech Republic though, but if it's Ukraine, I'm going to kick myself. If it's France, I'm also going to kick myself. But Slovakia is my guess. Oh, it's Lithuania. Damn it. Damn it. It occurred to me, but I kind of dismissed it before mentioning it. Interesting. Well, that's the end of that. So I'm going to have to, well, try and get the last 2 right, but let's see. This one is... Yeah, I'm not going to overthink it. To me, this one's Belgium, so let's just go for that. Pretty close. And the last one, give me a nice easy one. I'm thinking of Ireland, but it could be... could be UK. I'll go for Ireland. Let's... Oh. Okay, well. Yeah, not such a great score that time. I had a couple that let me down, but the streak was going pretty well. 7 is not bad. But yeah, along the way we had some good stuff. We had a 24k game, and we had that lovely guess in Iceland, and then that one was quite nice as well. So I think there's a lot of good stuff in there. I feel slightly disappointed not to get the streak that I was going for, but I have to try it another time, I think. So, yep, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.